Surah 52, At-Toor. Mount Sinai. Ayat 1-3. The divine guidance which sometimes appeared on Mount Sinai, and sometimes on the Mount of Olives, and this book, the Qur'an, which is in front of you, written on fine vellum parchment and publicized in the farthest of places, and Ayat 4. This house of the Almighty, the Kaaba, which is the center of this divine order, the code of which is this book. Ayat 5. And along with this, for those who ponder and reflect, is the cosmos, the outer space spread out beyond the horizon. Ayat 6. And down below are the mighty oceans, with their vastness and depths that flow with each other. Ayat 7-8. The system of divine guidance and the mighty universe are witness to the fact that Allah's law of mukafat, which produces a result for every action, is an absolute reality. Accordingly, the erroneous way of life of these opponents is bound to produce destructive results, and no power in this world can avert it. Ayat 9-10. When the time of destruction comes, its extreme commotion shall rout the mighty chieftains like a downtrodden path. These chiefs, who look like haughty immovable mountains, would thus be moved from their positions. Here, the metaphorical meanings of Jabal and Sama have been taken. Ayat 11. This will be the day of destruction for those who deny the divine law of mukafat. Ayat 12. That is, the people who do not take life seriously but rather consider it be a game. All their efforts are for achieving selfish ends and physical comforts, and they are always busy doing only that. The acquisition of physical comfort should not be an end in itself, rather it should become a means to preserve higher human values. Ayat 13-14. On that day, when they are rounded up, dragged and pushed toward the Jahannam of destruction, they will be told, this is the punishment you belied and consider to be a pack of lies. Ayat 15. Say now, was it a delusion or is it real? Can you not see it even now? Ayat 16. Now enter this chastisement. Whether you bear it with patience or noisily will make no difference. Remember, this fire, chastisement, has not been brought from anywhere outside, you are now being confronted by the results of your own misdeeds. This destruction was inbuilt in those deeds. Ayat 17. On the other hand, the mu'attaqin will be enjoying heavenly life, wherein they will have all the comforts and pleasure of life. Ayat 18. The means of nourishment which they will receive from their Rabb will make them extremely happy. They will also be safe from the torment that inhibits growth and development of human personality, which in turn affects progress through evolutionary stages. Ayat 19. They will be told, eat and drink with relish. All this is the reward for your own efforts. Ayat 20. All the stately luxurious furnishings and couches have been arranged in rows where you can recline in this blissful atmosphere. Your companions will be clean and pure in thought and intellect, without an iota of deceit in their persons. Ayat 21. This arrangement will be for the people who believe in the truth of our divine laws, and those, from amongst their progeny, who follow them faithfully will also join them in enjoying these pleasures. The reward for their labor will not be lessened at all because our law is that every person will be fully recompensed for his own deeds. Accordingly, there is no question of any changes in the accounting of deeds. Everyone gets appropriate reward for his deeds. Ayat 22. And we shall abundantly provide them with delicious fruits and finest meat and whatever else they may desire. Ayat 23. There they will pass on to each other cups of invigorating drinks, hand to hand. These will neither have any intoxicating effect nor will they give rise to frivolous talk or create dullness and lethargy. Ayat 24. As mentioned above, their youths will be round them, neat and clean like pearls in their shells. Ayat 25. These people will go forward with cheerful faces to welcome and wish each other well. Ayat 26-27. And they will say that it is because they have previously been extremely courteous and generous in their dealings with associates and friends, that Allah has graciously saved them from the torment of scorching heat that would have reduced their efforts to ashes. Ayat 28. They used to turn towards the divine law before deciding on any of their affairs. That is why He has blessed them and shown that He is truly benign and the dispenser of Rahmah. Ayat 29. O Rasul! The divine order you are endeavoring to establish is bound to produce results in this life as well as in the hereafter. So continue to present to them the message of the Qur'an, and do not be disturbed or disheartened by whatever they say about you. You are neither like the soothsayers who forecast on guesswork, nor are you possessed. You are presenting God's wahi, which is based on knowledge and rationality. Ayat 30. Not only do they say that you are either a soothsayer or mad, they also assert that you are a poet and that time will soon fade you out. Ayat 31. Tell them, it is fine with me. You wait and I shall also wait along with you. The results themselves will tell you who I am and the reality of what I say. Ayat 32. People who talk like this are not doing so because their intellectual level is so low that they cannot understand the teachings of the Qur'an. They can understand it, but their selfish motives overpower their feelings, thus prohibiting them from reflecting over the teachings. Hence they become rebellious. Ayat 33. They even go to the extent of saying that no such thing as wahi ever revealed to him and that he fabricates it himself and then attribute it to Allah. In actual fact, they do not want to abandon their selfish motives and profess Iman. Ayat 34. Tell them that if they really do believe that I fabricate all this and then attribute it to Allah Almighty, or that this is just some poetry or soothsaying, then it is very simple to come to a decision. Let them bring a writ like this. There are lots of poets and soothsayers amongst you. Collect them together and let them produce a code of life like the Qur'an. Ayat 35. If they deny the Creator who revealed wahi, then just ask them one thing: have you come into existence on your own or are you your own creator? Ayat 36. Or have you created the heavens and the earth? In fact, they are certain of nothing. Their stand is not based on knowledge, intellect or reason, but on simple emotions. That is why they do not believe the facts presented in the Qur'an. Ayat 37. Or do they have the treasures of your Rabb? And have they been appointed in charge of these treasures, so that all affairs can be run according to their desires without interference from anyone? Ayat 38. Or do they have a ladder by which they can climb up the heavens and directly hear for themselves the heavenly secrets? If they claim this, then let them bring proof in support of what they say. Nothing can be accepted without reason. O Rasul! The proof that whatever you present as wahi from Allah is your challenge to them that no one else can produce a similar discourse. If they have any similar claim, let them prove it. Ayat 39. They claim to have access to the heavens but look at the level of their intellect, particularly when they also say that Allah has offspring, and that 2 daughters. However, for themselves they prefer to have sons. Ayat 40. Or is it that they do not agree with you, because you demand some reward or wages, for what you preach, and because they are worried that they would be burdened with this penalty, they want to remain away from you? Ayat 41. Or do they not want to profess Iman because they have acquired knowledge of future happenings through which they know that whatever you say is unlikely to happen? Ayat 42. None of the above is the reason for their attitude. In actual fact, they oppose your mission because it affects their selfish interests and they do not have the courage to say so openly. At the same time, they are conspiring to trap you. However, let them do so, for they themselves will fall into that trap, and no harm will come to you. Ayat 43. They think that their false gods will help them. This simply is their whim. No one other than Allah wields any authority in the universe, and He is above and beyond being ascribed any associates. Ayat 44. They are so deeply involved in their whims and wishful thinking that while destruction has surmounted them from all sides, they believe their gods will turn their miseries into comforts. This has blinded them to the extent that, even if, for instance, they see with their own eyes a segment falling on them from the sky, they will remain unperturbed because they believe that this will not destroy them. They would consider it to be a massive cloud of rain that is coming to irrigate their fields. Ayat 45. There seems no scope for people whose mentality is so blurred to come to the right path. Anyhow, you have done your duty of conveying the message to them. Now, leave them alone until they are struck with lightning and doom befalls them. Ayat 46. At that time, neither will their planning will be of any avail to them nor will anyone be able to help them. Ayat 47. This chastisement will take place in this world. However, there is another one waiting for them in the world hereafter, but most are not unaware of it. Ayat 48. So leave them to their plight and continue to strive hard to establish and strengthen the divine order, with complete composure and steadfastness. You are always within our sight and we keep a watch over you. Ayat 49. Remain ever busy, from morning till evening and through the night until the stars begin to wane, to make the Nizam-e-Rububiyya, universal system of sustenance, worthy of all praise and hamd.